If you recently moved into a rental property, now is the time to think if you need renter's insurance. You might think renter's insurance is just something that's nice to have and not really essential. However, renter's insurance could come in handy if your goods ever get stolen or if they ever get damaged. Hi, Vincent here, and in today's video, we're talking about renter's insurance, and more specifically, how much do you need? If that sounds good, make sure you smash the subscribe button and ring the notification bell to get the latest and greatest from the Simple Dollar. And remember, you can find this content and loads more by visiting thesimpledollar.com. So firstly, how do you calculate how much renter's insurance you actually need? And the first step is to take an inventory. Simply go room to room and note down everything that you own as well as how much the value is. In fact, some insurance companies like Allstate even offer a mobile app where you can go room to room and start recording your belongings. And if you don't have a mobile application, don't worry. You can very simply open up a spreadsheet and start recording each item that you own and accompany each line item with pictures. Next, you want to start estimating the cost and the value of each of those items, and you do want to take note if any of them are super valuable, because some insurance companies may need additional coverage in order to cover high cost or high value items. And don't forget about liabilities such as having a dog in your apartment. If there's anything in your apartment that could increase the risk of someone else getting hurt while in there, you also do want to take this into account. Once you created your inventory, all you have to do is add up each of the items and each of the numbers to come up with your total value that you're going to be seeking for your coverage amount. A trick here is to actually add a 20% buffer to whatever total amount you come up with when you apply for your coverage limits. Secondly is to estimate how much you're willing to pay out of your own pocket. And this is called a deductible, or how much you're willing to pay whenever you file a claim. You'll choose the deductible amount when you open up your policy, and generally the rule is the higher your deductible, the lower your premium cost will be. But be very careful in this step that you don't accidentally choose a deductible that's way too high that you won't be able to afford just to lower your premiums. The third step is determining if you need an emergency fund. And if you're not sold on having renter's insurance or renter's coverage, then starting an emergency fund might be your best bet. By already setting some money aside, you'll be prepared if anything happens to your own personal belongings that you need to replace or repair. If you do choose this route, just make sure that you only use these funds and this money for replacement or repairing of your own personal property, and you're not just dipping your hands in it when you need money. So you might be thinking now, what is the minimum amount of renter's insurance that you actually need? So unlike auto insurance, states don't require you to have renter's coverage or renter's insurance. However, some landlords might actually include it as part of a lease and require you to have some sort of renter's insurance. They may specify a minimum amount of renter's insurance coverage that you personally need to purchase. This protects your landlord in case anything happens to the building so that the tenants can't hold the landlord liable if any issues occur. Now, if you're a little bit worried about the cost of renter's insurance, don't worry, because there are a couple of ways that you can actually reduce the amount you pay for your renter's insurance. The first way is to simply shop around, because rates can vary from carrier to carrier, insurance company to insurance company, so it doesn't hurt to ask around. The second way is to bundle your policies. So for example, if you already have auto insurance, you might be getting a better rate if you actually bundle your auto insurance with your renter's coverage insurance. The third way is to increase your deductible, and like we mentioned earlier, the higher you pay in your deductible, the lower your premium cost will be. The fourth way is to install safety devices, because some insurance companies and policies offer a discount if you have some safety device installed, such as a security system, sprinklers, etc. Now, if you're considering getting renter's insurance, it's really important for you to understand the different parts of the policy, which we'll get into right now. The first part is personal property coverage, and this is when the insurance company pays for you to replace an item that is damaged, destroyed, or stolen. The second part is called additional living expenses, and this is where the insurance company pays for expenses around your food, your hotel, your laundry, storage expenses, generally expenses that you need to pay while they're making repairs to your home. The third part is liability and medical expenses, and this is when the insurance company protects you from lawsuits and pay for medical expenses if someone gets injured in your apartment. Although the types of coverage that we just mentioned are pretty standard in insurance policies, they also have additional add-ons or riders. For example, replacement cost coverage, where the insurance company will actually give you some money to replace a comparable item at today's prices. Another is the valuable items rider, where if you have some very expensive high value items, then you might need to get this rider in order to cover those high cost items. Another example is the personal business property, so meaning if you have a home business and you want to cover those business related items, then you'll need this additional coverage. What's cool about renter's insurance is that it can cover you even when you're not in your apartment. For example, items that are in your storage locker or even items that are in your car or some other type of remote location could be covered by your insurance policy. You may even want to consider renter's insurance if you are in college, and although you might be included under your parents' policy if you are listed as a dependent, it doesn't hurt to double check the policy itself. And if you live off campus, then you'll definitely need a policy of your own. As always, thank you so much for watching. If you have any questions about this topic, feel free to leave a comment down below and we'll get back to you as quickly as possible. And remember, if you enjoy this video, make sure you smash the subscribe button and the like button in order to get the latest and greatest from The Simple Dollar. And as always, you can always find this content and loads more by visiting thesimpledollar.com.